first day, it's kind of like, you think people when they want to see the JFK tapes, what really happened? Who the fuck is that? Do you want to know who's out there? Do you want to know their address? I'm not talking about Zeta 2 Reticula 4, or the Pleiades and shit like that. Do you want to know how it really works? My first day in the door, I saw everything shy of God himself. And you argue with me? And you disobey me? What is wrong with you? And I was auditioning, if you call it that. There's two other guys, okay? And I had one guy who had, like I said, he had his bona fides. He had his pedigree, right? Official stamp, ink, and everything. I took the Einstein route. I had to steal mine, okay? I said, fuck it, and fit in and disguise myself and kind of just make it happen. And the other guy, well, he tried, didn't, he, went in, got his official, but just didn't, pass, but had some good skills. You understand? There was 3 of us on the fucking board, or on the audition list, you know what I mean? Next! And I was the lead. I was the golden boy. I talk about Pangea. When all the continents were together, okay, there was a collision. I used to talk about the Anunnaki all the time. He's crazy. He's just getting shit off the internet. No, what I did is I took things that I was learning from the inside, and then I made a little web page of things that I could find outside. Do you understand? And then your little Jabba the Hutt slug, Capos, the guy that wanted to fuck you, the guy that wanted to sleep with your mother, and didn't get, because he had drugs and he would give it to her for free because she strung him along. She's a gold digger, Capos. It's, again, I give him a Greek name just because I'm Greek and so are you. She's not, but you are. I am, so you are. Because my grandfather was. My grandfather was 100% Greek. From the island, came here, from nobility, okay? Like, if it wasn't for the shift of a different family's bloodline, and they go into a presidential type of thing, we were heir of throne nobility, okay? So, no. I outrank all the fuck of everybody. I outrank everybody, okay? But since I was born to the woman's line, 5th generation, the first in 5 generations to becoming a man, okay? Again, America was founded, we're talking Georgetown, okay, on my great-great-great-grandfather's great-great-great-great-grandfather's lawn. James Pettyjohn. Or not, I just fucking tell you, what's the point of trying to reason with people? Don't you have a fucking internet nowadays? Okay? The cradle of American democracy was founded at our fucking dinner table, on my land. And you steal my son? Audacity. Okay? Forgiven. Okay, I'm speaking right now with a bit of again, speaking of it from past, I really don't harbor any real, I don't have, I'm not mad at you. I'm not enthused with you, but I'm not mad at you. I don't blame you. I think, again, like I said, on the first week that you and I were dating, that I tried to break up with you, long before we had a child, that I said, I think that we should probably not see each other anymore. And you started fucking turning red in the face. What do you mean? You saying you want to see other people? No. I'm saying that we probably shouldn't see each other anymore. Well, why should we start to see each other? You just want to see other people. Oh, you want to... No, again, trying to be polite here, I don't think you're ready for all of this. What do you mean you don't think I'm ready for all of this? If I'm wrong, I will walk full-hearted and blithely at the same time into this. But I don't think you're ready for this. We were sitting, Dmitri, you don't know. We were sitting right on the front doorstep. Her mother was constantly coming to the door and listening. I could hear the fucking door creak every now and again, the footsteps of the fucking floorboards. Okay? Sitting there listening for all she was worth, trying to see what was happening here. Okay? And in the process of trying to break up with your mother long before you were, not because I didn't care for her, because she was just really, like, awesome to hang out with, the most radical, awesome person that you could ever go and, like, spend your life with. 100% blast, loving, caring, possessive, nurturing, just, if you are her possession, she is a scorpion 3 times over in a grand trine of water signs. Grand trine of water signs, she is uberly emotional. Think of like astrology, okay? Not astronomy, but actual astrology, like the reading of planets. Think of like in the Olympics or in track and field. Like you've got an anvil or a hammer throw, and what you're working with your center mass. And so you're going to start spinning around, okay? And so you're going to create this sort of centripetal force, okay? And where all of a sudden now that hammer is going to go out and you can lean back, and you're now balancing on a concentric orbit, okay? Is what's going on there, okay? And then when you let go, then boom, you let your hammer go and you're done. Okay, same kind of thing with a discus, but not quite. But like, you know, we as kids, we had to run track and field. You know, we had to learn Greek, we had to learn Latin, we had to learn civics. Okay, they don't teach these things anymore, so that's why society's fallen to shit. Okay, as soon as the hippie generation came in with their, you know, again, my mother was a founding member, not the official legits. My mother, when she came in, was like 14, 15, hanging in because she had just a crazy crush on Mark Rudd. I wasn't there. I didn't get to see it or witness it. I just got to fucking hear it until I was fucking 20. Okay? Okay, again, I step back. I don't say these things with hatred. I'm definitely not saying it from a racism. I'm talking about as far as reality is concerned. Okay? We are at war right now. Not you and I, we all at war. I'm talking about the Earth. The Earth right now is in the middle of Albert Pike's World War III. Or are you not paying attention, or did you not listen to anything that I said? Okay? That is what cultural Marxism is. That is how Zionism works. That is how communism works. Okay? I'm too young to remember Hitler, but I remember China and Mao Zedong. Okay? And your generation, or these little kids' generations, they're going to remember Obama and America. Okay? Because that's what Joe Biden is. That's Obama's second term. Okay? And then when, you know, Michael LaVaughn Robinson comes in, pardon me, you know, when Michael LaVaughn Robinson becomes the next president, then we'll go that way. Okay, but now we got to wait another 8 years on top of that. But, you know, things happen, and like I said, the patriots aren't exactly pussies. So you got a bunch of people that are Marxist communists that are trying to squash out all Viking existence. Okay? America is successful because of Vikings. We speak English because of Vikings. Your son is a Viking. You are a Viking. That's why I accepted you into my bed, into my home, into my life. I you know, allowed you to bear my son. Oh, and another thing, Mitri, your mother was standing there and her mother was standing there. I fucking delivered you with my fucking hands. Because since you sit there and she wanted her fucking drugs so much, you know, aside from the fact that you were born with jaundice, you were orange, and we had to leave you at the hospital for like the first fucking week, aside from going home and printing up and making your like chart reading and then handing them out to the family like cigars, and then they go, where were you? We thought you left. The fuck you worried about me? The kid is on a fucking ink, on a blue board right now. And she was sitting there doing her fucking drugs. Okay, but she was called an epidural and an episiotomy. Okay, there are two different things that are going on. The epidural is where you got to go through and you give like a little shot in the spinal column, and so it's kind of like a painkiller, so they don't really feel much. And the episiotomy is when you go down between the, front door and the back door, and you break the fence down, and so you can move the fucking piano through the fucking yard. I'm trying to be polite about that and not get too kind of graphic, you know what I mean? But like, that's, if you catch my drift, what I'm talking about, that's kind of how that works. You deal with it when you get there. But anyway, so on your head, you should have a bump on your head somewhere, okay? Because they had to put a little suction cup on your head, like Mr. Thirsty. Like when you're born, it's got like a little gauge meter, like a red line, like a pressure PSI kind of thing, because it creates this little tulip flexible plastic thing. So when it sticks to your head, because if the baby gets caught in the womb in utero, when it's on its way out, if it's kind of not getting stuck, there's not a lot of kind of working room inside of there. You know what I mean? And so all of a sudden you got to do. They put this little Mr. Thirsty cup thing on there because they don't deliver. I grew up on 300 acres with my grandfather, okay? Like, we had horses and cattle and equine, bovine, canine, feline, swine, all the lines. We had 300 acres of fucking ranch, man. I mean, like, my son, you may not know, but I'm a cowboy. Okay? That's how I was raised. Not like this stuff you see on Hollywood. Again, that's why I don't watch television. That's why I don't want kids on fucking goddamn TV. Because they made something, I never saw it, but they made the movies where like the cowboys are all gay now. No. It's called ritual humiliation. Ritual humiliation. Okay? That's why they make, people want to be movie stars, they always gotta do, like Tom Hanks. Whatever. There's a guy, he ran off to Greece for, maybe possibly allegedly messing with little children, you know what I mean? Like, in a not nice way. And so kind of like that's another thing I do on the dark side is I kind of, you talk about the internet, I do on the dark net, okay? And so when I go out there, I kind of like expose these people and bring them out to light. Bad guys. And so I just really kind of, I've done nothing but good in my life, okay? And then all of a sudden, you got one of the founding members, okay? Again, Bernadine Dorn, like Bernadette, Bernadine, I-N-E. Okay, Bernadine Dorn, right? Her son, okay, just like you are my son, her son, just like I am my mother's son, her son, my age, is the Attorney General, different age, but you know what I mean, the equation of son, daughter, and son, okay? Her son is the Attorney General out in San Francisco. You get it? So, founder of SDS, okay, the Students for a Democratic Society, Bernadine Dorn, Billy Ayers, Mark Rudd, my mom's fucking heartthrob. My mom fucking loved Billy fucking Rudd, dude. I seriously think he's fug ugly, okay? But my mother's Greek. And he looks Greek, okay? And so he's got the definite Greek look, you know what I mean? And she was all about him. And so kind of like little teenage girls, they've got like they take magazines and they tear out a page and they put it up on their wall. You know what I mean? This conversation isn't meant for the main internet, and if I post it, it's probably not going to be published. And if I do, it's all going to be for you, or whoever you're going to show it to as you're doing your thing. So, like right now, I'm talking to you, okay? But if they're going to eavesdrop and listen in and all the other shit, well, it's been 6 hours and 44 minutes. You got the stomach for that? Knock yourself out. Enjoy. You want to eavesdrop and sit in on my conversation with my son after you stole him? Again, I don't know if you've figured shit out yet, but, as much as you think that the TV tells you that you're, independent and empowered and strong and everything else like that, you couldn't exist without a man to take care of you and pay for your way. You couldn't do it. You've never done it. You can't do it. That's why you're grifting the guy you're with right now. It's because you need him to pay for your fucking way. Because you didn't go to school. You did drugs and speed and the meth. You accuse